Well, this is pretty interesting. I just found a few features on my phone that I didn't know I had. So, hey, maybe I'll get a little bit more artistic. But I shall share some of my genealogy with all y'all. My family started immigrating over here in the early 1900s, before World War One. My great uncle or my great grandfather, I get them confused. I believe it was my great grandfather was the first one over here, and his name is on the wall at Ellis Island in New York, in Hudson Harbor, and that's where I got my middle name from, Edward. My grandfather was drafted for the Nazis back in World War II. They came knocking on his door. They were like, "Hey, fight or die." And, well, what you gonna do, people? Part of the reason why my family started immigrating over here was because our land was being taken over. I'm saying it wrong, but we're Godashi, Go Gocheshi. No, let me actually see if I can. Uh, yeah. Godashi refers to a former German-speaking region in Carniola, a crownland of the um, Habsburg Empire, part of the historical and traditional region of Lower Carniola, now in Slovenia. Um, well, we were a tribal community. Um, and then after the war, my grandfather was in a British POW camp. At the same time, I recently found out that I had a Nazi scientist in my family who is my great uncle. And from my understanding, is that he didn't know what he was actually being a part of. And that's part of the reason why he was involved in Operation Paperclip when the American government decided to import German scientists. And my great uncle was um, rocket scientist, worked with Werner von Braun, the man who came up with the V2 rockets, um, the man behind NASA. And people want to know about Mr. Von Braun, well, and how he got his intelligence. They told me. I'm not too sure what to make of that. Also, um, yeah, my father was part of USML. That's it. This United States, US MLM, and that was the United States Military Liaison's mission. And why is my computer deciding to act up now? Anyways, behind enemy lines, discover the real stories of the United States military liaisons missions operations in East Germany during the Cold War. Explore authentic maps, first-hand accounts, and detailed timeline of Cold War history. That's part of the reason why my father couldn't get out of the military. So, I've got a pretty rich history. At the same time, my father worked with Ernst Challendy, and just do no, not that guy. Um, was it Stanisiolum? Oh man. I can't recall the man's name, but my father worked with um, a study of operation under this scientist, and the scientist worked with Albert Einstein on the Manhattan Project. It's in my DNA. That's all I can say. Um, I've got rich roots. And it's just a damn shame that people keep on wanting to discount me. I'm not saying I do my own thing. I'm not trying to follow the footsteps of one particular field that's already been conquered by someone in my family. And I mean, that's the thing too, is that my great family, my great uncle, and that was great people that were still my family that was still over there during World War One fought for the Germans. Um, it wasn't my choice, just like how the United States had the Vietnam draft. So just please take this into account. Love y'all.